normally when you build an attraction that you're trying to present a message on, you usually think about the exhibits that you want to do first, and then you build a building around them. But we didn't have that opportunity here because we have an ark that the dimensions are given in the Bible. So converted to feet, it's basically about 510 feet long, 85 feet wide, and 51 feet high. Our architects came up with a fantastic idea, and that is let's make these 3 concrete towers and connect them to the back of the ark so that the concrete towers can hold the emergency stairs, the elevators, the bathrooms, the HVAC, and things like that, so that most of the interior of the ark, the wooden ship, would be given for exhibits. And then as far as the technology, with the cabling, the switches, and all of that, we really just had to brainstorm.
When we walked, through the ark when it was being first built, and I saw the structure, I was so impressed, and I saw how difficult and how challenging cabling could be in the ark, because it's very hard to hide cables in a wood structure and make it look good, and through our work with Tony and his team, and looking at the areas where we can run cables and how we can hide them, and not only that, looking at what they're going to do with the space and how what items they're going to put in different areas will allow us to run cables behind certain structures or behind certain things that we can't see them.
All told, in the Ark we have probably a little bit over 3 miles of fiber optic backbones that connect the computer rooms. And as far as the copper cables go, we have probably somewhere between 20 and 25 miles of copper cable in the building. There's 280 some cameras in the Ark, and point of sale systems everywhere where folks might want to get a drink of water or a small snack. Those are throughout the Ark.
And so as an IT manager, we had a project plan of how we were going to institute technology, and we really wanted to be leading edge. With that structure in place, we had a plan of how we're going to do IT inside the Ark. And we put out a proposal, a bid, to a number of companies, some large companies and some smaller companies, and GBS. One of the things that really sold us on GBS was we were in one of our boardrooms, and basically we laid out our plan, and instead of them sort of talking high level and staying at that level, Gabby and Jeremy, they rolled up their sleeves and they started digging into the project right then and there. Before we gave them any money, before they had any contract, they were on board. And to me, that showed a lot, like, they're willing to do that for us. They're willing to trust us enough to start that work. Even if they didn't get the bid, they wanted to help us. And to me, that spoke volumes, and that's one of the reasons why we chose it.
The one thing we did that was unique was the incoming circuit that comes off the street and feeds the Ark with its telecommunications circuit. It's about 1.5 miles long. It's a really long cable, and instead of having to do that twice, we were able to divert that out off the main road and use half of it to backfeed the network back to the parking lot and do all the network, serve the network out in the parking lot area. That's probably never been done before.
So the lighting of the whole Ark Encounter experience runs on our network. So if the network goes down, then you're in the dark, literally, right? So what GBS did for us as a provider is they implemented the enabling technologies for really the whole experience at the Ark Encounter. I mean, I don't think that's saying too much because without it, you wouldn't have the sounds, you wouldn't have the lights, you wouldn't have the internet kiosks that we have out there and stuff. So, yeah. What I really enjoyed working with GBS was their agility and their ability to mimic our movements, because this was a very dynamic project. I mean, much more dynamic than a lot of big company projects. In other words, we had a vision, we had an overview plan, but we didn't know the details, and we needed somebody to come in and help us design really the details, and they did that. Sometimes on a daily basis, I'd go to Jeremy, GBS, hey, can you change this? Can we change this? We got new ideas here. And Jeremy like, sure, we can do that. I think we can, maybe we can do this, this, or that, and some options. But it was just fantastic. It felt like they were part of the company. That's how close the partnership was.
First of all, we're very blessed to be working with Tony and with Answers in Genesis in general. We've been working with the organization from the beginning, from when they did their first building in this area, and then we came into the Ark here, and you can't find better people. I mean, really, we are just very, very blessed to be working with you, and we're glad that you choose us to be your partner in working in the Ark.